Wow, look at that.
Pull up in motorcades. I got a show today. It's all I'm trying to do. Hustle and motivate. Choppers are throwaway.
All right, welcome to the 12th episode of the Jax Wax Podcast. My name is Jared Miner. I am alongside Todd Isaac, our
Champ's
marketing
here.
director. The Champ's here.
Champ's
He's
back. It's been we've been on a little drought.
In the last episode, we said we've been on a little drought and that we weren't going to leave him again, and we did. Why is that?
Well, I blame it all on you, mainly.
You've dropped the ball on a lot of different levels here.
I tell you, man, it's like not that it's a complaint, it's a good thing, but we get going so many different directions and having to help out in the process of trying to hire other people for different positions, like just trying to get ahead and help out and doing so many different things. It's always like the podcast gets put on the back burner,
We
which
definitely want to be doing it.
and it shouldn't be.
No.
But it's just the nature of it. When you're, not here, there's been a few weeks I've been gone.
Yeah.
And then one of those weeks I'm back, you're gone on a particular days. It's just, it hadn't added up, but we're making time for it now.
Yeah, and we wanted to, one of the main reasons that we wanted to have this podcast for today was so many professional detailers and even enthusiasts know about Rupes polishers. We've carried flex polishers for a long time and still do. We decided to bring on the Rupes line, which is, I think, between Rupes and Flex, the top two most recognized and best polishers in our industry for sure.
Definitely.
And we had a lot of requests for people. It started in the showroom. People would come into our showroom here in Columbus and they would see our Flex display, and a lot of them bought Flex polishers. And then there were some that say, listen, I'm used to a Rupes. Do you have them?
Right. And that's one of the reasons as far as that we wanted to start carrying them is just because we've always wanted to have what's the best. And that's when we've never really done our own like private label polisher.
Sure.
We've always wanted to carry what we believe is the industry leader, and that's Flex and Rupes when it comes to polishers. So it's been it's really been pretty impressive of how much, how many people have came in. You don't really realize until you have something as far as how popular they really are.
Yeah, it's been great. I mean, the response, the feedback's been awesome for sure. We've sold out of polishers, like in our first 2 weeks, maybe not even that, 10 days. We completely sold out of our initial order. So we've got more coming, and we've got some. This is like one of our display models now. This is the 21 millimeter, if people don't know, 21 millimeter throw Rupes polisher, 6-inch backing plate. Between the 15 and the 21 are kind of their staples. They have all sorts of tools, but this one's a big one for us for sure. And hopefully that's some of the questions as you look there on live. If anybody has questions about these polishers, we're going to have an event July 10th. Here at our shop, Todd's getting ready to do the flyer for it, probably today or tomorrow, sometime this week for sure, and start pushing it. But we're going to have Rupes here in Columbus at our facility, and we're going to have a training class that goes over all their tools, for one, and the proper techniques to use them.
Yep, and different methods as far as, and I know you learned a lot from me teaching you the whole system, the Rupes system. I mean, that was probably one of my favorite parts about getting Rupes in. I really taught Jared,
Everything.
I
remember, when I started at Jax Wax.
Yes.
I was 18 years old.
Yep.
And that was 2001.
Yeah.
And I remember, no, I don't remember you being around at all. So how did you teach me
Well,
about
I'm
that?
just saying, he wasn't real familiar with Rupes when they came in, so I just kind of laid it all out, showed him exactly how to do it. But now we're going to bring that same knowledge to everybody else from Rupes.
I'll call Nick at Rupes and tell him just to hang back.
Well, if he ain't got
didn't
time
need to really come, I've got Todd. He just do the whole thing.
It is going to be. I'm interested to sit in on it because there's different, ways that I've been taught. There's different methods that Nick from Rupes says if you use this combo with this pad with this with your compound, whatever it is, that this is the best way to get that particular, different paint, different. Clear coats. They've got all the methods. So I'm curious to I'm looking forward to sitting in on that, being there and listening to what they have to say, because it's all about, broadening your knowledge as far as different ways.
Absolutely. We all learn stuff.
Just like when you went out to the Rupes class.
Mm-hmm. That's what kind of started this whole thing.
And I mean, obviously, way more than me or whatever but even learned things there that you didn't know, that you've been doing it for so long.
Yep. Jason Rose and Dylan Von Kleist, two guys that are out there. Jason's their director of global training, and Dylan does all their marketing and amongst a bunch of other things as well. But I went out there for an Obsessed Garage event, not planning on eventually becoming a Rupes dealer. I was very impressed with their facility and everything that I learned, and I knew once I left there that it's probably something we should do, and it worked out.
Yeah, they if anybody just listening to the podcast, we're going to try to be on Instagram Live, so we're going to answer some questions as they come through. So if you ever just check out our Instagram, we'll currently sometimes be on there live through this podcast. You can send in questions. We have some people asking questions now, so we're going to answer some. And it says, what makes your products different from other brands? Would be one question that came in. If you want to answer.
I mean, so I understand from people's, it's hard when you have so many all these different selections of car care brands. Never mind the big ones, the McGuire's and the Mothers of the world, right? And then you get into it seems like we see it. We pay more attention. It seems like there's a new car care line every single week.
Yeah.
So what does separate us? There's multiple things, and we've talked about this in previous podcasts, and we've talked about it at car shows and everything else. The simple answer from a product standpoint is we are a manufacturer here in Columbus, Ohio. So we control the batches. We control the product that leaves out of here. We use the best raw materials possible, nothing that is, subpar to create our line of products. And what that ends up meaning is they're easy to use. They do what we say they're going to do.
Right.
That's the simple product answer. And then there's other things.
And I've always told people, because it's just, how I was taught coming into this, and it's not something that you started, but it's how your dad always believed, is if you make a good product and treat people right, the rest will take care of itself. So not that there's not other great products out there. There is.
Sure there is.
But we want to make it as best as we can, and then we know when we put that finished product out there that we're good with it.
Yeah, the product for us is not ever going to be, that takes care of itself because we know we're putting out there the best.
Right.
So we've got that part handled.
We don't, and that means like not shortcutting the recipe.
That's right.
Not using a cheaper raw material.
That's right.
To get there to make a bigger profit. We just want to make it best, and then it's like in the end, whenever it's made, it is what it is as far as what we've got in it, because we just know that's the best way.
Yeah, I'm just never worried about when a product leaves here what the performance is going to be. We've got that part handled. And then, it's a competitive market from a customer service level. How does a company like Jax Wax separate themselves from a much larger company or someone that has more exposure, whatever that may be? Well, you do treat people right.
Right.
That's the way we can separate ourselves. We talk about it when we have our meetings here at the company. Like, listen, man, the brand of Jax Wax is so many different things. It's not just a logo on a bottle. It's the way you answer the phone.
Right.
It's the way that you're treated when you walk in the door at our showroom. It's the way that you or one of our distributors treats a customer at a car show, for example. Brand is everything. It's all, any kind of contact that someone has that is from a representative Jax Wax needs to be as though it was from me, my dad, you. It doesn't matter. It needs to be.
And that's how I explain to our distributors all the time when I'm setting up new distributor is it doesn't matter. We can have the best products in the world. If they're not treated right, they're never buying from you.
Absolutely.
It doesn't matter. If I treated someone wrong at a car show, well, their impression of Jax Wax is awful.
That's
off
right.
of something I did.
Right.
So that's what matters in the grand scheme.
And that's right. And that's why we've built a business on word of mouth, because the products are good and we treat people right. And word of mouth can go the other way too.
Absolutely.
If you don't treat people right.
Yep.
If I have a bad experience with a company, and I'm not telling my friends about it, I'm not telling my family members about it. I mean, I may tell them the bad part. What I'm saying is I'm not telling them to buy it.
Yeah,
because I didn't have a good experience. So we try our best. I'm not saying we've never made a mistake,
and we do, and it goes to show you that there's been times that I've been gone for 4 days at a car show, and then I get back and someone's like calls and he never emailed me back or something of that nature, and that automatically rubs them the wrong way.
That's right.
And it was nothing, no harm, not that it was like we intended or just neglected them. It's just that it was gone, whatever. Yeah. But they've already been rubbed the wrong way. That's how it can affect what you're doing.
And also, in a weird way, when we have had, let's say a customer gets a damaged product, a package that we sent them, they're not happy. First of all, they're excited to get it. I understand that part of it. So when it finally gets to them and then they open it up and it's damaged, it's just a bummer.
Yeah.
So in a weird way, a lot of times that works out for us, because now it gives us personal contact with that person, and we'll fix it. Like we're gonna fix the problem no matter what it is. We're gonna make it good, period. And then it kind of gives us that personal connection with that person. That they just ordered on jaxwax.com because they've heard about it,
right?
And now listen, unfortunately, it got damaged in transit, or maybe we missed a product, or maybe we, whatever, got the wrong stuff. Who knows what could happen in a day?
Yeah.
But we make it right,
and a lot
that's
of
what ultimately matters is you make it right.
And a lot of times we want to go above and beyond.
Yeah.
So if you've, now you've got this product, you needed it, and you had a 16 ounce of a wine shine and it busted, or we're going to send you a 32 ounce to make it.
Yeah.
I mean, just because we want to try to separate ourselves. So that does then, because we're like, well, at least they treated us right, and it'll bring them back.
That's right. We're going to take care of it.
Yeah. So we have Battleborn STI says congrats on the Rupes collaboration.
Yeah. We're pretty excited about it.
We've got is Ceramic Shield Refresh still available online? So that was a product that we just kind of redeveloped into Ceramic Detailer when we first started. The Shield Refresh, man, is loved by a lot of detailers. But
if you reach out to us, I can get it in your hands.
Yeah.
It's not, and here's the reason why. A lot of professional detailers absolutely loved it, and maybe more the enthusiast line, they thought it was a little streaky because the tendency was to just use too much. So it's a product that, less is more for sure. And as long as you do that, it's great. Ceramic Detailer, on the other hand, you can use more product, and it's not nearly as hard to work with.
The application's way easier.
It's easier, and it performs the same. So if someone really wants refresh, I've got it. We can make it happen. You just need to reach out to us, call us on our normal line, reach out to us on Instagram, DM us or something like that.
We still sell it to a lot of professional shops and dealers. It was just the fact of what you kind of covered on is people ordering it, the general consumer, and the tendency to over spray.
Yeah.
It was like super streaky, especially if you're doing it outside.
Yeah.
We still have a lot of guys that love it, swear by it.
And it goes back to that we want our products to be easy to use, and that one there was just an application issue with it, and if you spray it on a towel, just lightly mist it on a towel and wipe the panel and then flip the towel and dry it off, it's perfect. But most people are just spraying it all over, so it got a little messy.
So we was going to talk about some different things that we've had going on here. We've been to a lot of car shows.
Yeah, you just got back from a couple, Ocean City in Maryland. Big show. That was an awesome show. It's the first time I'd ever been there. We've had distributors do it in the past, but it was your first time there. That was a really good one. Ford Nationals at Carlisle. You just got back from that one.
Yep. Big show.
Yep.
Man, I'm telling you, if you're ever looking for a part for a Ford, especially a Mustang, that's the spot to be.
I know. They got it all.
Yeah, it was a cool show.
Carlisle in general has so many shows. They've got GM Chrysler imports, Ford, they have truck, they have everything.
And we're there at every one of them.
Yeah.
It's a big place. Man, people come from all over.
That's their deal.
People from Florida. I mean, all the way to Carlisle, Pennsylvania. Otherwise, you wouldn't really be in that area.
Right.
I mean, they're just coming there for that car show. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
When you see those.
Been doing it forever.
Yeah.
What else did we bring on? So we'll talk more about the Rupes.
We had odor control.
That's a new product.
We came out.
Yeah, we decided to do 3 different fragrances instead of. We've got more, and we'll release more. We just didn't want it to be totally off the hook at the beginning and have 10 different fragrances. Green apple was one that was pretty highly requested. Vanilla is just that's probably our most popular hanging air freshener.
In general, right.
And then the one that was kind of just like a weird one, different, is we just had such the response from our product called Total Interior. People love the fragrance in that so much. That was the one you came up with, the fragrance?
That's right.
Yeah, okay, yeah. And people loved it so much that we said, let's sell them the air freshener.
Yeah.
And now it's funny because that's the one that sold the most.
And people literally, once they started getting Total Interior Detailer, they're like, well, you need this in an air freshener. You need this in an air freshener. So we had already been talking about doing air fresheners. We wanted to do it. And I was like, man, we got to make that as a scent it's blown up.
It's been big. I underestimated what it was going to do. We sold out of it in less than the first week.
Yeah,
had to make more as a whole thing, but we're back on track with that one, and it's very popular. So the odor controls are good.
The good thing about those, I mean, really is you can make, and we went back and forth when we were talking about doing the mixing it. Like you can make those so strong to where you're just spraying a little bit in the carpet and it's like overpowering. We wanted to make it a neutral to where it's not like super overpowering, but you can spray it.
Yeah, and be cost effective because you can make that really concentrated version.
Yeah.
It's pretty expensive, and then people end up using too much anyway.
Right. So it really is I mean, obviously we're going to say it is, but to me, it's like a perfect blend when you're trying to really spray your car out.
Yeah, I spray it in our showroom every morning.
Yeah.
Just to give it that just clean smell. People notice it just when you walk in. You can if you walked in our showroom, you can kind of smell all the different products anyway.
Yeah.
Because they're just around, but then it's just that like little added touch.
That was somebody that just asked that question on Instagram. Said, "Can we eat Jax Wax products because they smell so great?" I would not recommend eating it.
Don't try that. You got any more questions? You want me to go on about?
You can keep going.
Before I start with the Rupes stuff, we'll talk about IK sprayers. We decided to bring those on board as well. There's a lot of different companies that sell IK sprayers. Some of our partners, Rag Company, and some others. We had met them at SEMA, and it's
super nice guys.
Yeah,
by the way,
really, really nice, and they have a good product, obviously, or we wouldn't sell it. So we're selling the two. They have what they call the multi and the foam. The small ones, which are like 35 ounces, 32 to 35 ounces pump sprayers, and then the big ones that are 1.5 gallons. And those were a big, huge hit because if you don't have, for example, the foam one, if you don't have a pressure washer and a foam cannon, this can be an alternative. Is it as good as a foam cannon? No. But it's pretty damn good for just a pump-up sprayer and to be able to foam your car down.
And it works mobile. If you're going somewhere, you can literally just have water in that with the foam, and you could wash it right there if you had a way to rinse it off. And then we have a lot of experience with those through the dealer network, through our dealers. People are always using the foamers, so it was kind of like a no-brainer for us because we'll sell a ton of those on that end. But, I mean, they really are a better foamer. Yeah. When it comes to, there's all kinds.
The quality of it's just really good.
Yeah,
and the price point's good.
Yeah, and you can
$27-$30 in that
they're
range.
They're great. I've found people love putting wheel cleaner.
So people, they're doing wheel cleaner. They're doing some all-purpose cleaner for tires, wheel wells, engines, stuff like that. In the multi, which is just basically sprayer. It helps you if you're using a bunch of degreaser. Let's say you're a detailer and you're cleaning engines every day and wheels and tires, stuff like that. One of the biggest advantages of the sprayer is the fact that you're not just pulling a trigger.
Oh, and
all day, every day.
Even when I go around to clean my tires, and I'm pumping it for citrus, a sprayer. Well, you're spraying it so many times,
right?
And I don't like to work out that much. It may surprise you.
Most people would not believe that.
Most people would not believe. They think that I'm just some kind
from looks alone,
right? They think that I'm just like a natural,
compete at the Arnold.
Right.
Stuff like
Iron Man competitions. Right. Things like that. But
so
I don't like that.
You don't like that?
No.
Okay. That's a big shock, even to me. So, yeah, it's part of that hand fatigue. It helps with that. I mean, it sounds silly kind of, but it's true. If you did it all day, every day, you'd get it because you'd say, this is not what I want to be doing.
Our dealers are already using them, dealerships, and they're putting it in that pump sprayer. They pump it up and then go around to every tire, and they're coating that tire down, the motor, without having. It's a time saver for sure.
What's nice about the foam too, from a wheel cleaner standpoint, is it kind of helps that wheel cleaner cling even more than it does, and it's just helping it, loosen the dirt.
The best sales pitch I can give for is my dad bought one, and
it's hard for him to come off of any type of money.
It's hard for him to buy anything, and he bought one of those. So I was like, "Oh man, we've got something here.
Yeah,
we're on to something.
This is big.
This is a big time
deal.
Yeah,
yeah. So the IK sprayers is new. We like to bring on things. We don't want to just inundate people with new products, but if it's of value and it makes sense and it goes along with our line,
believe me, we've got a whole laundry list of products down there that we have brought in, tried, and we just don't really like it, or it's not the thing, and we've never brought them out.
Right.
But the way we do it is we literally, the guys from IK came here, they brought us some sprayers, we used them, tried them out, and that's the only way we feel that we can really tell if it's going to work, is we use it.
For sure.
And that's how we do the products that we develop, is we try to use it. And the one that we're working on right now that I'm impressed with is a ceramic paste wax.
Yeah.
It's going to be a big one.
I think so. True ceramic paste wax that has longevity like no one else is on the market, period.
It's going to be different than anything that's out there.
There's nothing out there like it that I've seen anyway. Nothing.
And it's going to be impressive as far as the way it does. Our ceramic wax right now is really good, and people love it. This is just going to be much more durable. And
in a paste version as well.
Yes.
I think it'll be big. I think it'll be big for us, and I think you're going to have. It's not going to last as long as the coating for sure, but man, I'll tell you what, the application's a lot easier.
Yeah,
and you're going to get more durability than anything that's out there, and it's going to surprise some people.
And
how
you
good
can
this stuff is,
and you can do it more often if you needed to.
Yeah, right.
I mean, you could literally, it's like waxing your car.
That's right.
You don't have to do all the steps to the prep and worry about getting all your swirls out. You just want to wax it, and it is going to give you a longevity that's not out there.
No one else has it, and that's probably we've kind of talked about ceramics coatings in these podcasts more often than not. It seems like it's just because it comes along so much. It's such this buzzword
and
in our industry.
I can't tell you right now, even at these car shows, with other big retail type companies coming out with ceramic sprays and ceramic. It's just the buzzword for everybody.
That's right.
And every question that I get when I'm at a car show is, what's your ceramic? What's this ceramic? And there's just so much misinformation, not even like trying to sell you on ours, but man, if you're going into ceramic style stuff, you just need to really get to do your research. Because man, there is just everybody's using that ceramic word and claiming that their product is ceramic or whatever it may be.
Right, and it makes it hard for a company like us and like others that are producing really good ceramic coatings.
Because now mainstream's trying to get a hold of it,
and that's why you hear about it so much.
Right.
When ceramic coatings at least hit North America initially, it was kind of like, this is only for Lamborghinis and Ferraris and really high end stuff. And now that's the minority for people that are calling us.
Yes.
Now it's I want to ceramic coat my daily driver.
Right.
So it's reached the masses, and partially because of these so-called companies that are marketing in a certain way with their ceramic product, what they call ceramic.
Mm-hmm.
And now people know about it. So how do we differentiate ourselves? And it's on us to educate people what are real ceramic coatings, what are not real ceramic coatings, what the expected longevity and durability of these coatings are, the application process. That's the biggest thing is all the phone calls we get. Well, if I ceramic coat my car, I'll never have to wash it again.
Right.
They've been told that by somebody, and it's just wrong.
And they believe the general consumer, luckily we get to talk to people that are more educated in ceramics, but the general consumer at these car shows, they believe that this ceramic detail spray is a ceramic coating.
Is a coating.
They're like, I want some of that ceramic coating spray.
Right.
And they're just taught that is an actual ceramic coating that is in that, just a spray on application.
Like our ceramic detailer is a coating maintenance. It's not a coating itself. It's to maintain your ceramic coating.
And it works great as a standalone.
Absolutely.
I use it on my car. My car is not ceramic coated, and it works great, but it's not. I always tell people you can use it as a standalone, but it's not giving you ceramic coating protection.
Years of protection.
No.
It's none of that.
But it's great for what it is. It's just our job to educate, man, and it's tough because there is so much.
There's a lot of people telling you the wrong thing. So that is our job, and my point to that is why I think this new ceramic wax is going to be big for us is the application. We get these questions about ceramic coatings, but there's also this, I don't know if fear is the right word, but this hesitation on the application of the coating itself and how people just don't feel comfortable with that. Well, guess what? This is a wax that you can wipe on and wipe off, and pretty much anybody can do it.
Yes.
So I think that aspect of it, and that coupled with this extreme durability, it'll be a big one.
Yeah, for sure. It's going to be, I'm excited for it. We're probably about 30 to 60 days from release.
Yeah, hopefully no longer than that.
Yeah.
But we're still, the testing has been done. I know what it's going to be, and now it's just packaging. And
I know how it's performed on my car, and it's impressive.
Right. So, we got to get the packaging lined out, and we'll be all systems go on that.
Hopefully you have that packaging lined out by tomorrow. Think you can get on that?
Yeah, probably. I mean, it's got to be easy. You do it.
How hard could it be? Get me too tough.
How hard could it be?
Dude, I got 1,000 cash. You can turn a computer on in there.
No chance. But I'm self-aware. It's a personality trait most people don't have. I have self-awareness. There's 0%
I was just
chance
trying
I
to
can turn the computer on.
I was just trying to get 1,000 out of it.
I know. So, Rupes, we got, for the people that will watch this on YouTube, we have a 21 millimeter throw Bigfoot Rupes polisher on the table with a couple different pads. they have multiple tools. What I like about their line is you have the new line in the 15 and the 21, which is the Mark III. That's their latest and greatest. That's anywhere from $430 to $460, depending on which tool you get. There is also, entry level is not the right word, but their first generation tools, the 15 and the 21, the ES, puts you at $300 to $319 retail, which is a really good alternative when you're comparing it to, some of the knockoff polishers or the imported polishers that, although they're getting a lot better in quality, maybe aren't as good. Well, definitely not as good as the first generation Rupes. So let's say you got there and there's a $225 or $250 imported polisher. Well, for another $50 or $75, you can get the best in the business.
The real deal.
Yeah.
And the entry level has been a big success for us at the level of the car show. People who are not doing it every day, but they don't want to drop $470.
But they can justify $300.
Absolutely, because you're talking about the difference from that $300 polisher to what you would get from a imported or a polisher of that nature is a world of difference.
Definitely.
And that's been one of the parts that I've really liked as far as bringing them in.
You get the quality of the Rupes line. You get they stand behind their product. Depending on where you buy that other cheaper polisher that we're talking about, they may or may not. So there's just a lot of advantages to it. We offer the 15 and the 21 in the first gen and the new Mark IIIs. We offer their rotary polisher. We offer the Melee, which is their forced rotation. We offer some palm sanders. I don't know that there's too many polishers we don't have. We have the hybrid nanos, long neck, short neck.
Those have been super popular.
Well, they're very that is going to be in the line of the guy that is a professional detailer that is doing some high-end paint correction and probably coupling that with ceramic coating, because this is a battery operated polisher that has a 1-inch or a 2-inch backing plate. So it's just for those hard to reach areas, that the general consumer probably not justifying $600 for that kit, or $550, depending on which one you get.
But the guy that's doing it every day,
it is justified, because you are polishing every square inch of that car, and you'll start realizing how much that tool comes into play.
When you're talking about getting into the mirrors and the underneath and the door handles,
absolutely.
It's definitely well worth it, and it's a cool, man, because it's cordless and it's
Comes with a couple batteries, so it only takes 30 minutes or so to charge one of them, and the battery life is longer than that on when you're using it in the tool, so you really never run out. Obviously it's very popular for them, and we've noticed even for us, it was one of the first things people asked if we had. So we obviously have access to anything Rupes. We carry 6 to 10, probably 8 to 10 tools that we'll stock regularly. That is the the really popular ones, and then the pads that we'll offer. Their yellow foam pad, is prior to...
It's definitely the most asked about.
Yes.
The one that...
We had a lot of people ask us to get these pads, prior to being a dealer, and just telling us how much they really, really like the yellow foam. And it is a good pad, and we have it in every size, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 inch.
Right.
And I think we have them all. And then we've got their wool pads are really good. I think that they cut better than the microfiber cutting pads. They've got 2 different grades of that. So a lot of it's on our website, not everything yet, but locally we have a display here of all their different stuff, and it's been exciting for us because just the feedback that we've got from customers, and
that's the only time we're open-minded as could be, as far as that's when we start to look at something. It's because we've been asked about it so many times. We're not just making calls and bringing Rupes in because we think it's cool. It's because, man, all of our customers have asked us, and we've been, we want to do what people ask us. Just like the odor control with the total interior, all those things. We always listen and we hear what everybody's saying. So that's how we try to come out with different things and bring different things in. And I'm glad we did, because it's been great.
It has been really good. So that open house again is July 10th. We don't have a time yet. It's going to be in the evening, 5, 6-ish probably.
Yeah, just pay attention to Facebook, Instagram. I'm going to put it out there, a thing, and a way to sign up, because we will be taking limited spaces. I know it's probably going to, mainly be here local, but anybody from anywhere can come.
Yeah, for sure. And it's your chance to actually talk to the guys from Rupes And I mean, who better to answer the questions than them?
Right.
So that'll be good.
Or
and
me.
Oh yeah, right.
Don't forget that.
I keep forgetting that. You know what I mean?
I'm sitting right here.
You're forgettable. So that's going to be really fun. The questions for them, the hands-on, like it's different. I can tell you anything I want about a tool, but here you go. Let's show you how to use it.
Right.
So maybe we can help people out with that. So we're gonna Facebook, Instagram, everything. We may even send an email about it. It will be limited. And it'll be another reason for maybe some people that haven't been to our showroom. We somewhat recently expanded it, and there's been some people that haven't seen that yet, and it'll be another reason to check us out.
Come to our little training center and check it out, and it's gonna be a fun time.
Yeah, and we have notes here for things that we try to remember because Todd can't remember anything for more than 10 seconds. That's a 10-second Todd, and
it's actually the exact opposite.
So the detail bag, I see your little note up there about the detail bag.
I tell you what, man, that thing's gonna be the death of us.
I think we're really close, though.
Man, we're getting way closer than we were.
The sample that we got yesterday, that took how long?
4 weeks.
It was a while. It seemed like a long time. I'd say it's like 95%.
We've been working on this thing, man, for 2 years.
Yeah, because we get these samples in, and
they're just
not great.
They're not what we're wanting.
No, so I'm just not going to put it out. I mean, it's just as simple as that. You get a picture of something, and then you do all right, we need this, and we want to customize this color, and we want the threading to be this, and we do all that stuff, and then they send it, and it's just a total letdown. And at least this one wasn't a complete letdown. There were just small things
that we got to add.
Yes, that I think we can improve on. And could we go with this one? Yes, we could start. So we could say, you know what, you've got it. Run it. We're going to go with this bag. Run it. Let's go. But there's just a small couple things that I noticed and said, I think it should be fixed.
Yep, I agree. And it should be. And it's what's going to make it. It's just like when we come out with the product. It's what's going to make it better in the long run, because you get this particular bag right now and you load it down with product. It's going to sag a little bit in the middle. We don't want that. We could have done that 2 years ago.
That's right.
With the first bag that we had.
Yep.
That we've seen out there, and it's just not a good bag.
That's
all.
Carry it, and if you have too much product in it, the bottom falls out.
Yeah,
well, that's
that doesn't even make sense.
Who would do that?
Right? So, who would want to sell a bunch of those?
Not me. Yeah. And so what's the difference? We don't sell something for 2 years, right, and miss out on all that opportunity. Well, I don't care.
No,
because I want it to be right.
Right, and
I wouldn't want to buy that bag. I look at it like this. It's just simple. Would you buy it?
No.
Well, then why would we ever sell something like
that?
That's
right. So we're real close on this one, and we're going to have it hopefully before 2020 Christmas. I mean, at this rate.
I mean,
I think we've talked about this bag for a long time.
It's what we wanted to be our Black Friday special for 2 years. And I think it's close that we can have it for this Black Friday. But
Possibly.
I'm not going to jinx it.
No, don't jinx it, because
it's rough.
Something could happen.
So let's
at this rate, they'll lose the skid and it'll sink in the ocean or something.
Yeah, tracking just stopped in the Atlantic.
Yeah.
So let's see. I hope it is. I was actually pleasantly surprised when I walked in this morning and you showed me the bag, and I said, "Man, we're close. At least we're close." Because the
other ones weren't even. You just look at it and you're like,
"Let's just throw that in the trash.
Give it to somebody as a Christmas bonus."
Yeah. So Todd's got 4.
Yeah, I got 4 bags. It's been like my bonus for the last little bit. Here, man, get you a new bag.
Yeah, yeah.
We do have some other cool things we'll talk about maybe in next episodes. But one of the things was, maybe it'll be like the Black Friday edition. The one of the things is, I don't know if a lot of people listen. We did this thing with Pop Watch.
That was pretty cool.
Cool thing, man. If you guys haven't ever listened to Pop Watch on Facebook, super nice guy, older guy. His grandson films him, and he's always cleaning his truck.
And he's always saying what's on his mind. Is what people like.
Yeah, and Jason is his grandson. He films him. He's always been Team Jax Wax guy, cleaning his vehicles with our products. And so we're like, man, he's got his own little detail spray, and all the proceeds of that detail spray are going to teachers and helping pay off student lunches,
like in their local town.
Of where, people are just less fortunate, and they have outstanding balance of lunches owed, whatever. So it's to help those out. So you have to check that out. It's pretty cool. And another big thing that's in the works that just happened this morning is some stuff with saline.
Yeah. The official product of saline.
Saline Mustang is going to be cool. Going to have some private label products, and every saline that's purchased will have Jax Wax with it.
Yeah, a saline labeled Jax Wax kit.
Yeah, it'll be cool.
Yeah, so that's, we're just moving and shaking, man.
That's what you got to do.
Yeah, I think we're probably about wrapped up. I don't know if the IG Live's still going on. Phone's probably dead. But what we need to do is, the IG Live is a nice way for people to ask questions, but sometimes it can be a little hard to keep up with. But it's just a way that people can get answers, like quickly.
Right.
So we'll continue to do that if everybody would like us to continue to do it.
Absolutely. And we're today we were just like, man, we just do a podcast. So we just really put it together fast. Yeah. But we typically like to, the day before, let people know what the subject is. They can ask questions on messages. It makes it way easier. So we'll continue to do that as well. But we were just seeing a 45-minute window where we could do a podcast. Just like, man, let's do it.
We got to get in there.
Yeah.
So, as always, if you need to get a hold of us, you know how to. You can email us at sales@jaxwax.com. You can give us a call on our local number. And you can reach out to us on Facebook, Instagram, whatever it may be.
Any questions, any topics, let us know, because that's where we mainly get all of our content or topics that we want to cover from you guys.
Yeah, they let us know what they want to hear. So
yeah,
we'll hook you up.
Cool,
man. Later.
Check you next time.
See you.